Hello, beautiful friends. It's Leah Marie here with your weekly oracle message and pick a card. And this week we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So I am going to start with the cards from the Secret Language of Light first. So we will have a set of three from there. And then I will also be pulling three cards from this beautiful deck. I love myself so much, which is a daily self-love deck that a dear friend of mine, April, has created. It's a 52 card deck that she is currently routing through Kickstarter, and she is partnered with Golden Phoenix Healing in order to bring these beautiful messages of self love out. And so I will have the link in the description box below for you to check out the full campaign and to support the project if you feel so called to. And I will be incorporating them today because Golden Phoenix Healing is actually going to be launching a beautiful new program around self love and how we can bring more self love into our lives, techniques, strategies, all kinds of other beautiful things that we can do to really learn how to cultivate a stronger connection with ourselves and ultimately everyone else. And so I'm really looking forward to incorporating these today, and I will likely be doing it in future readings as well, and or doing soul readings with these and really giving you guys some great resources on how you can incorporate more self-care, self-love and compassion for yourself, because it's a huge thing that I feel has been really needed for a lot of us, a tendency to put other people's needs first, and with that not necessarily tending to our own needs and our own self. So I invite you guys today, if you want to specifically set any intentions around self love or clarity or insights for that, to go ahead and do that. And if you don't, you can just go into that beautiful breath awareness, heart center. Ooh, got all kinds of jumpers today. And really just allow yourself to connect, as I always guide you guys each week here, to connect with your own heart and your own intuition to find out what is going to be best for you guys today, which card is going to lead you to the insights and awareness that you need most on your path. And so just really coming into that state, if you want to even close your eyes and take a few conscious breaths as you connect with your heart center, really bringing your awareness into that beautiful inner resource that you have, which is your heart, your intuition, your internal compass, and allowing it to guide you on your journey, to guide you to the card or cards that are going to best serve you this week. So I always put these out as a resource, a tool for you guys to just really help you stay in a positive state of mind, in forward movement for growth and transformation. So I really just encourage you guys to tap in and just see what resonates. And if it doesn't, leave it. And if it does, awesome. And if you do feel called to reach out to share, or you would like to do personal readings or coaching sessions with me, I have that information down below as well. And I, as always, appreciate all of those beautiful likes, shares, and subscribes that you guys have been giving me lately. They are definitely helping. So I am just going to, we're going to do this in a creative way today. And the next top one. So see how that works. Always Always moving and shaking and changing things here. So I appreciate your flexibility as we incorporate things in a slightly different way. So when you're ready, you can go ahead and select card 1, 2, or 3, and really just breathe into which one or ones is going to be best for you. So I'm going to go ahead and start with card 1. So we're going to do this one first, which is create space. So I'll let you guys take a peek at that. So create space, what does that mean, right? And in one way, I do feel that this is going to be up to you to determine what create space means for you personally. And I'm going to give you what's flowing through in terms of creating space in your life. So the first message that's coming through is clearing and cleansing things out of your energy space out of your home, out of your life. And so, really doing a personal assessment of your life and what things or aspects of your life could be cleared. So that could be physical items in your home, this energy of not just leaving it to spring cleaning, but we're still in fall. So doing a sort of a fall purging of your closet, of your home, of your garage, of any aspects of your home or house or life that maybe there's some items that you've outgrown energetically or things that you've been holding on to but you're not using and they're just kind of taking up space. And so this is literally inviting you to remove those things from your life so that more space can be created for things that you really do want to bring into your space. And interestingly, even as I'm doing this reading right now, there's all of these like energies of saws and drills and things going on. So it's like this energy of chiseling away things that are no longer needed in your life. Maybe even doing a deep clean of your house. If your house is pretty pared down, this might be like deep clean time because a street sweeper just went by and it's like, that doesn't normally happen. So I take all of these things in as signs from spirit for you guys as to like what you ultimately would be served by. So either removing or clearing or cleansing the home. Now, create space can also be you creating space for newness in your life specifically. So, are you open to new people coming into your life? Are you open to new jobs or opportunities presenting themselves? Or are you like closing off your heart, keeping yourself locked in your house, not really communicating with people, or just really not taking in opportunities that might be presenting themselves? And so, Spirit is also saying at this time to just really be aware of how open you are to new possibilities and new potential in your life to bring in new energies for you. So, sometimes if we're holding on to the past relationships, past clothing, like nostalgic things, like some of that stuff is okay. And at the same time, some of that can actually be blocking new people and new energy from coming into our life. And so if we are like death gripping onto these things, like, no, I've had this since I was 5, I don't want to get rid of it, or I've known this person since I was 5 years old. And even though we're not aligned anymore, and even though we're not going in the same direction, I have to keep them in my life because XYZ. Like there can be tons of different reasons. Now, I'm not saying like go purge all the things and all the people from your life, by no means. It's really just getting real with yourself about what things in your life are aligned with who you are now and where you want to go, the direction that you are moving in the future. And so it's really up to you to decide that. I'm not here to tell you what that is for you. I'm simply here to relay these messages of reflection and observation of your own reality. And if there are things or people in your life that you are not aligned with anymore, but you're still continuing to invest time and energy into them, even though they're not moving with you, they are blocking the creation of new space and the creation of new opportunities. And that is your choice. So again, it's like when you're ready, and you're going to know that, but I will say things do tend to get more uncomfortable the more we resist what the universe is naturally trying to guide us to. So if you find yourself in a state of feeling or having felt like you needed to cleanse things from your life and you haven't been listening, it tends to get more uncomfortable and louder until you do listen. So that's just the way the universe works. And you can choose to decide, do you want it to be more or less comfortable? In the journey of transformation, there will be discomforts either way because change and growth are a part of discomfort, or I want to say rather, growth is uncomfortable to a certain degree. But the more we surrender to what our intuition is guiding us to, the gentler and the more efficient that process can be. And so I do want to share how beautiful, of course, as divine always is, that the self-love card is meditate today. And in small print, which you may not be able to read on the camera, it says for 10 minutes or more today. So, whatever day you're tapping into this, because these readings are timeless, I encourage you to meditate. And what I feel Spirit is saying with this is you need to ideally go in and meditate yourself to determine for you what space needs to get created, what needs to be cleansed, and ultimately, what do you want to put in this new space once it is cleansed? Because sometimes it's a matter of consciously saying, well, I want to clear out this room because I want to turn it into a meditation space. I just had a friend who did that recently, and she now has this beautiful meditation room that she loves being in. And so it's this, looking at life in ways where we can create new space for things that are going to bring more love and light and possibility for us to love ourselves more into our life. And so really beautiful cards today. And so I thank you so much for those of you who picked card 1. Sending you so much love and light. Have a beautiful week. Take care. So we're going to go over to pile 2 here, and I'm going to start with our bigger card here, which says, Let your light shine. Oh, my beautiful friends, I just have to say, this is not the first time this message has come out recently. And I'm going to kind of adjust the lighting. It's sort of funny as we're getting the light on the light. So this message has been coming out a lot lately. And I can't remember if it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. One of the cards was Don't dim to fit in. And so this is giving a similar message, except this is really like straight up, let your light shine. I know that those of you that came here to this channel that are part of this community, you are these beautiful, loving beings. I know it in the comments that you guys share, in the conversations that we have. You are here to spread love and light to humanity. And I know that with total certainty. I also know at the same time that this is an inner process, that there are often things that do have to be overcome, fears that need to be faced, and awarenesses that need to be had in order for us to do this. So, letting our light shine, well, it sounds like the easiest thing in the world on one level, is often quite challenging. And I do know this is something that's been a message for me for a long time. And it's something that every day, again, it's like I try to get more and more into that space of how can I shine my light today? How can I share my gifts with the people I'm meant to share them with so that it can continue to expand? And so, Spirit is inviting you guys to really look at this internal state. So, this person is in a meditative pose, which we can see, and they're harnessing that connection to source. So this is that third, okay, clearly the third eye chakra is involved with this, but the crown chakra is what I was going for. So Spirit is wanting to really have you focus on the third eye chakra, the things that we are getting intuitively guided to, and what those look like and how we want to express those, in addition to connecting to source through our crown chakra. And so this is calling out to the connection to universal love, to the unconditional love of the source of all creation, and really bringing that energy more to the forefront of your own life. And how can you shine that out? And so that's going to be different for each of you. I know that we all have different jobs. Not everybody that taps in here is a healer or a reader or working with people one on one in this way. However, I do know that you all have the potential to make a difference, to shine light wherever you are with whatever you're doing. And it can be with your families, it can be with coworkers, it can be with people that you run into maybe only at the grocery store right now, because I know not a ton of people are doing a lot of shopping, but it's really any interaction that you have. How can you bring more love and light to that? How can you show up with an open heart that's being compassionate to whatever someone is dealing with or going through? And really keeping in your personal forefront your connection with whatever you feel is divine in the universe. So, really opening up a dialogue with that within yourself, within your daily practices, within your life, and asking, how can I bring more light into the world? And just literally asking that every day, and then trusting the intuitive guidance that you get. And it might not be something that makes a ton of sense to you, or to the conscious mind. However, when our hearts call us to do something after we've been asking questions like, how can I bring more light into the world? It's important to listen to those directions or guidance in order to bring that forth. And so I will say, like, I didn't expect to be doing these readings online in this way or have a YouTube channel, especially not just like, okay, cool. But this was the guidance that I got in terms of how I can share more of my light with you guys. And I'm now seeing, based on the response that you guys are giving me, how this is all unfolding. And so, even though I didn't see that at the beginning from Spirit when I was given the guidance, I now am getting more and more awareness as to why this was so important. And so the energy that's coming through is just guiding you to trust that when you're asking, how can I bring more light? How can I shine my light into the world more fully? Ask and then listen. And I encourage you to basically ignore the ego when it might say, well, yeah, but that doesn't make sense. Cool, the ego is going to say things don't make sense because there's a lot of things the ego is simply not going to understand, and that's okay. It's again, bring that awareness back to your heart. And is there a feeling? Are you getting tinglies? Are you getting warmth? Are you getting this expanded or bright feeling that's like, yes, I do need to do this? Then follow through. And so, one thing that might resonate, we're going to go to the beautiful I Love Myself So Much card. And to this one for pile two is make time for your favorite hobby. And so, this may actually correlate with how you can shine your light more fully and more brightly. So, do you have a favorite hobby? Is there something that you like to do that maybe you don't make money doing, but at the same time, really resonates with you and really brings you a lot of joy and fulfillment on some level? Because there is a lot to be said just about us expressing creative energy, even if we're not necessarily doing it for what we think is like a specific goal. Like, we're not making it to sell it, or we're not making it to gift it. We're just creating to create because it simply feels good. It can be a very meditative state to create and to work with our hands, especially. And so, this is really encouraging you, whether this connects to how you're meant to shine your light, or I am getting the message that this literally could be that you working on your favorite hobby helps open you up in a way that allows you to shine more of your light. So, so beautiful. And please do share the ways that you like to do this or your favorite hobbies with me. I'd love to hear more about that. So, thank you so much, guys, for tapping in. And I'm sending you a ton of love and light this week, as always, and many blessings. So, take care, and I will see you again soon. So we're going to go over to card three now, and hopefully the video edit worked okay. I just had everything freeze. So there's clearly some strong energy coming through with card three today. So we're going to start with the main card, which is insights. And so just have a look at the beautiful energy coming through with this particular card related to like divine insights coming into you, divine source connection, very cosmic energy, and with a lot of these blues and purples, the throat chakra and higher. So, again, those energies of tapping into speaking our truth, following our intuitive guidance, connecting with source, and really coming into, again, I do also feel like I'm hearing coming into alignment within ourselves. So you can do this through many different ways. And I do feel I'm going to actually jump to the self love card today because it's coming through right now, whereas the others I waited till the end. But the take a walk in nature is the self love card that's coming through with this particular one. And what I'm hearing with this is through spending time in nature, through connecting with the trees, with the earth itself, with the cycle that it's in, you have the opportunity to bring yourself into a space of greater alignment so that it is easier for you to speak your truth. It's easier for you to hear and see and connect with your intuition and your third eye. And it's also a great place and way to connect with source energy. So I do feel often it's easier for us to connect with Mother Earth when we are out in nature, or connect with that source energy when we're out in nature. And so I'm really getting this strong sense that you guys either have or you're about to be receiving a lot more higher consciousness insights, almost like downloads coming from your higher self or from your ancestors, your guides, or simply from the universe itself. And this is happening at this time to help allow you to move forward more efficiently. So if you've been asking, like, what's next for me? Where am I supposed to go? What steps do I need to take? Or anything else you've been asking for, the insights either have already started coming through or they're going to start coming through. And the way that we can sort of recognize insights versus just thoughts is through feeling into it and also how it comes to us. So you might be walking, you might be eating, you might be watching something or listening to a song, and all of a sudden it's like bloop, something just like pops right into your awareness, and you might be like, where did that come from? And so it's those kind of energies where it's like you're just in the right space, in the right alignment, and that's when higher consciousness can basically plop those insights down into you personally. So this is encouraging you to start being more aware of where and when that's happening, and really checking in with your heart and how do you want to engage with it. And then also, you're receiving the insights, what are you doing with them? So, spirit gives us things constantly, but that doesn't mean everybody is taking action. It doesn't mean everyone's listening. It doesn't mean that everybody is even aware of or acknowledging the insights. And so, if you find yourself to be in that category of like, I don't even know, then I would encourage you to ask the divine source, your connection, to show you specifically something special that is a signifier of it being an insight, so that it's almost like so loud and in your face that you can't miss it. So I work with people regularly who just come into this space of like, well, I didn't even notice that, or I didn't realize that's an insight. And it's like, of course, we're not going to know until we start building this relationship with these elements and sort of learning the cues that spirit is using for each of us. So you can ask to be given very specific cues, sensations, or symbols to signify when it's an insight. And then it's still up to you to choose to follow that. So insights can come through, and that's all well and good. However, it often comes with, we need to take action. So then it's calling you to being confident, being courageous, and being strong enough and connected enough with your heart and what you feel to be true for you to then take action on those insights. And so if you came here today like asking for clarity or awareness or literally even insights, this is a great confirmation that it's like that stuff is starting to come through, but it's up to you to start paying more attention. So if there's repeating patterns, repeating words, repeating numbers, if you start to have people coming and asking you for something and more than one person does, especially if it's in, a shorter window of time, and just really paying attention to patterns. Like patterns are one of the biggest ways that the universe will work with us. It's like, I'm going to show it to you here and I'm going to show it to you here. And it keeps showing it to us to help us listen and help us recognize. And it will also continue to get louder if we're not paying attention. And so sometimes it does need to be something really big and in our face for us to acknowledge it. So it's really going to be different for each of you, but Spirit is really saying, I am bringing you the insights. I need you to listen. I need you to pay attention first and foremost, but then you need to choose to take action on the insights I'm giving you. Otherwise, you can't have what you're asking for, because there is that energy of co-creation with this as well. So we can ask for things, but we are only going to be able to receive to the degree that we're able to also put in effort to meet spirit in the middle. So, and it's probably not even really the middle. Spirit tends to do way more for us than we have to do, in our own lives. However, our life takes action. It's about co-creating. It's about asking for things, listening, and taking action. And so there is a certain cosmic sort of format for this in the universe that we need to work with and flow with in order to receive and have these things come into our life. And so this is really just putting you in that space of beginning to foster a deeper relationship with awareness, and also what can you do on a daily basis, things like walking in nature and investing time connecting and grounding, so that you are in a deeper alignment, because the more aligned you are, the more open you are, the clearer channel you are, and the more you can receive the insights that you're asking for. So, thank you so much, guys, for tapping into card 3. I'm sending you all loads of love and light as always, and lots of blessings. And so, take care until next time.